Okay. What's up, guys? Good morning. Alright, so yesterday I about finished the engine. It's gotta get a few brackets like to relocate the alternator from the right hand top to the top left hand, and then I gotta put an idler bracket where it was essentially, and motor mounts for it, because the motor mounts I got are not gonna fit in this K-member. This K-member uses like a stock style motor mount, which is 4.5 inches across. The motor mounts I got were only like 3 inches across. So we won't be able to stuff the engine in just yet. And I kind of wanted to stuff the engine and trans in just so it'd be easier. But I'm waiting on the trans brake from Jake's Performance still. It's been 2 months and a week since I ordered. So yeah, I guess they're doing all they can on their end. We got a lot of orders in, you know. Next week that trans brake should ship. And we got to convert the 4L80 over from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive. So we got to disassemble the entire transmission to change out the output shaft and then remeasure tolerances just to make sure, and swap the valve body for the trans brake. So that'll be happening soon. Today I'm gonna try and catch up on the little things I gotta do. So let me show you. Steering and whatnot, you see how close that fender is? It's because nothing is like holding it out. Like this bracket and those mounting points, they used to like hold these out. So basically, we're just gonna pop these out like that. It'll also help the air flow over and around, which, I mean, I know it's not too important, but it is if when you turn the wheels are scrubbing. So that's what we're gonna do to avoid that. All the wiring laid out in here, and start putting on like the catch cans and stuff like that. Maybe even run the fuel lines and shit. But that ain't gonna happen. So it is what it is there. The paint job we did still looks great. I mean, it's holding up in the weather and all. Not when it's not in direct sunlight, you don't see the sparkles. Right now it's way too cloudy, but when it is in direct sunlight, you definitely see the sparkles. The only thing that sucks though is if you do any grinding on anything, like when we were doing the steering, which if you're interested you can check that video out over here. When we did the steering, all that grinder dust that you don't remove, those metal fragments, literally just come up and start rusting. Kind of a pain in the ass. You should paint last, I guess, you know, but it's nice seeing progress, so sometimes I like doing it all the time. So yeah, probably gonna push this car on back so I can get it closer and bring out like 150 foot of welding cable to power the welder. And yeah, probably gonna weld some tabs to the tubular frame here and come up with some mounting solutions for the front end so those front tires don't scrub. Take our first bracket, put the bolt through like that, and screw it into the tab down there. Just like that. We're gonna push the fender out where we want it, and move the bar about there. Take the halfway point, which is right there. Gonna move it a little bit, move it a little bit, and make our mark. Alright, so I made my mark on here. I'm gonna go cut it. Alright guys, so now we're gonna weld it onto that tab, which might be a little tricky getting a good ground on there. And we gotta make sure our angle's gonna be right. Alright, so I got the clamp, well, the ground clamp on the bar. First we're just gonna weld it to the tab. Alright, so we got one, and we actually brought it up under and into that corner, which I like a lot. And it's pretty freaking strong. There goes a bottle. But it's pretty freaking strong, so I think I'm only going to do one bar each. I was going to do 3 each, but if one's able to do it, hey, I'm good with that. Good enough. Well, that sucks. Camera died, so you didn't get to see any of the madness as it took place. But that's there. That's going to help keep that away from the tire when turning in and out. It's good and strong. Same with this one. Not bad. We got one thing left to do. If you guessed get black overspray on everything, you guessed correct. Like brand new. Alright, let's see if we can turn the wheels without them scrubbing now. Good enough for my house. The other way, just to be sure. Woo-hoo-hoo! I see air. Air is all I need. In reality, though, I should never have the steering cocked that far. If I do, something is terribly wrong. Something is very wrong. But no, that's good enough for me. If I really have to, I can tie a bar into that, pull it back, and tack it onto the frame. But yeah, I realistically should never be steering at angles like that. Alright, good to go. That's a Saturday win right there for me. Alright. Started doing some wiring, cable management and whatnot. So got that harness that runs up, nicely tucked away. Got the dome pressure line running there to the panel, just mocked up for right now, and for testing purposes just got truck battery on it. But so far I just got the compressor wired up, so it'll automatically kick off once this reaches 105 psi or 106. Got my air pressure regulator set to around 60. It'll automatically kick off, but so right now I just got the line pinched for testing, but let's check it out. Cool. Pinch it back off here. See if we can get lucky and shove it up in something so we ain't gotta burn all the zip ties. I'll just hold it. Cool. Now I gotta get the rest of the stuff set up. Alright. Started wiring things up. Got my neutral safety switch installed there. Started doing some cable management. Just getting things done I can do in the rain.